evening, wherever you're watching WY TV. It's another edition of News Review. I am Odunayo Adelere, and with me in the studio this morning I have...
I'm Ambassador Rochinoriwa, son of the prophetess, the man who resembles a good day to all of us all over the world.
Thank you for joining me in the studio today, sir. And thanks to all our viewers out there, and also our sponsor, Nokpa Herbals and King Victor Nigeria Enterprises. Thank you so much for always staying through. We also want to appreciate the person of the CEO and the person of Prince Dr. Noah Adeleke Oshin, popularly called Ajala Kusangba, and some do call him Transformer for boys and girls whose lives are in darkness. Thank you so much. We really appreciate the kind gesture you've shown towards us. You know, we do it on this show. We'll bring to you news that made it to the top. We're going to short commercial break. When we come back, we'll discuss on the one we should discuss about, and we will not be the only one talking. You can also drop your comments in the comment section. On Punch newspaper, I have Forex, NTN Glow, others seek NCC nod for tariff hike. Sad story, Nigerian who relocated to UK in 2022 beats wife to death with skateboard. Senate panel seeks extension of 30 trillion naira loans probe. Even airport puff-puff sellers claim to be aviation experts in Nigeria, Keyamo. On Vanguard newspaper, we have Labour Party, People's Democratic Party kicks as US report says 2023 poll reflected Nigerians' will. Boko Haram sacks military camp in Niger, bandits attack Emir in Zamfara. No minimum wage won't be ready in April, Labour. On Daily Post newspaper, I have insecurity, bandit Salah celebration rattles Nigerians. Electricity, it pains me Nigerians can't power one major city, that's Peter Obi. Tinubu government borrows 3.8 trillion naira from CBN in 6 months. These are the news that made it to the top. Let's go on a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll talk on the one we feel we should talk about. Don't go nowhere. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back.
When life breaks into the beautiful splendor of nature, and the kids can't just resist the temptation to explore to its zenith with the full assurance that the perfect backup is on the way for a perfect refilling. Nokpa, we always come to the rescue anytime, anywhere, any day, anyway, anyhow, round the clock. The family just can't get a better companion aside Nokpa. Nokpa Abba Mixture, the family's best bet. With
Nokpa, healthy living is guaranteed for me and my family.
Nokpa for management of power.
In the heart of Nigeria's bustling markets, where the sights, sounds, and smells overwhelm the senses. But in the midst of chaos, there shines a beacon of hope. King Victor Nigeria Enterprises, where convenience meets tranquility and shopping becomes a pleasure. Join countless others who have discovered the joy of shopping at King Victor Nigeria Enterprises. At King Victor Nigeria Enterprises, we understand the importance of providing our customers with the highest quality products at affordable prices.
Here at King Victor Nigeria Enterprises, customer satisfaction is our top priority. We're always here to help you find exactly what you need.
Whether you're stocking up for the week ahead or grabbing a last-minute item for tonight's dinner, King Victor Nigeria Enterprises has everything you need to keep your home running smoothly.
You're welcome back from that short commercial break. Those are our sponsors, Nokpa Herbals and King Victor Nigeria Enterprises. Whichever you need, there's a saying that says health is wealth. And without eating, without feeding your stomach, I don't see how you can actually function. So those two are actually going in line together with each other. You can just contact us. You can send a DM or call the number 070101085549. And you can also visit King Victor Nigeria Enterprises at Outlaw Market Shop 2 at Mapu Shagam in Ogun State. You can also place an order. Yours is to order, ours is to deliver, and theirs is to deliver also. So without wasting much of our time, the first one I have here says Forex, NTN Glow, other seeks NCC nod for tariff hike.
Well, how do I say to that? You know, I'm not blaming them of coming out to seek the tariff hike based on the status of the economic at the surface of the country. If you could look at what is happening in the country now, despite the hardship in the land, recently federal government increase the electricity
tariff, yeah.
And food is nowhere to be
nothing to be write them about.
Nothing to write up about. Not to talk of telecom. I believe when you look at them, when you look at telecoms, very well, they run their generator both day and night. There's no specific time that they won't have electricity in some of their their masses there, and most of their masses. Let me say all of their masses. They run it on diesel, and you know what the price of diesel is in the market. And let's thank God that Dangote has
reduced it to 960.
Despite that, do you know the cost? Do you know what these other people are facing? So if they are,
well, I want to feel these telecommunication companies, the likes of MTN, Glo, and all that, if they are actually charging lesser than what we actually, they can still make their money. They will still make their money.
I don't know they are going to make their money. Do you know how much they use
do you know how much you recharge a day?
It's not limited. Let me tell you this. How much I recharge per day is not really the issue on ground. The issue on ground is that when you are establishing a business, you know how much they pay as a tax to the federal government out there, not to talk of some other things and their facilities. And when you look at their mass, most of the places that their mass is being erected, it was on a listed land. It was not that they gave them the access to both those land.
Okay. Telecommunication operators in the country, including MTN Nigeria and Globalcom, have asked for the federal government approval through the Nigerian Communication Commission to raise their tariff. The development came after foreign exchange losses and rising energy costs forced some of the operators to post losses last year. The telco's proposal to raise their tariff came barely 24 hours after MultiChoice, the South African paid television company, raised its tariff. Several companies, including discos and bearing companies, have also raised their prices in recent times. On Thursday, the telcos, under the aegis of the Association of Licensed Telecom Companies of Nigeria and the Association of Telecom Companies of Nigeria, issued a joint statement asking the government to expedite the approval. The two bodies in their statement explained, despite the adverse economic headwinds, the telecommunications industry remains the only industry yet to review its general service pricing framework upward in the last 11 years, primarily due to regulatory constraints. When I saw the MultiChoice, when they brought out their no price,
no give them the audacity and no give them the go ahead of increasing the price. Because you see, at times when you look at this country, you know the country number one is in total mess. Everybody was just going about
doing their business, doing their things,
whatever they
feel it is okay.
That pleases them. They don't even think about the masses. And when you look at this telecom, this DXTV of the issue, where they came from the South Africa, it was pay-per-view. They normally do pay-per-view.
If you view, you pay.
If you view, you pay. But in Nigeria, if you don't view, it was like you having a prepaid meter in your house.
Yeah, and once you open it,
once there is electricity, they start reading. Once the electricity is off,
they stop reading.
So I believe this is what they should have set up in Nigeria. And the reason why it's not easy for them to set this up in Nigeria, that is very difficult, is because of our people that are in charge. Because instead of them, because I could remember some years back during the ex-president Muhammadu Buhari, there was a bill that was passed on this issue of DXTV. Before you get to know, the bill was kept somewhere.
Yes.
Maybe they have gone to bribe the person in question that he should not say anything about it. Why is it that our so-called leaders will allow this set of people to be coming to our country and begin to shit us?
When I saw that of the MultiChoice yesterday, I was shocked. Why? Because this is Nigeria, whereby we can't even boast for barely 2 hours light, that is stable 2 hours light.
30 minutes light, you are talking about 2 hours light.
And almost everybody are always at work during the day. So you can't expect me to load in a DSTV worth of 40,000 naira.
Subscription for 1 month. At the end of the day, you won't be there available to watch it.
And the only time I'm available to watch it is at night. I get home, there is no light. And you still expect me to go ahead and load that kind of thing. So if we are even talking about companies that want to hide their price fee and all that, if these telecommunication companies actually hide their price, it's worth it. Because I see it, I use it. I'm able to use it. Unlike the ones that we will see, we will just hear. They will just increase it, and once I does it, that's just the end of the day.
The
next thing you will see is
you don't use it, there is light.
Their money will read.
If you don't have light for good 1 month, the money
it's
will
none
expire.
It's none of their business.
I believe they should try as much as possible to do pay-per-view, because you see, I don't know why Nigeria accept this. Look at Dangote's
refinery.
forget about the refinery. Look at Dangote cement.
Okay.
Dangote cement that is being produced in Nigeria here, the price was more higher than
the ones
outside the country. They supply Dangote cement from Nigeria to Republic of Benin, to Ghana, and some other parts of the African countries. At the end of the day, when you look at compare the price together, you see where they were manufacturing the cement.
So we are the problem
on the issue of Lafarge cement. Then, you know, I told you I have my families there in Ogun State. I only work in Lagos here. On the issue of Lafarge cement, when you look at Lafarge cement, there was a time when Lafarge was supplying cement to Abuja depot. Those that were buying from Abuja were buying at a cheaper rate than those people that are buying in Shagamu, where they were producing those cement. Even those that are buying in Abuja, they still go to the extent of giving them rebate. I think 15 naira per each bag then. But those people that are closer to that place where those cement were being produced were not given the opportunity to get rebate from them, was not even given the opportunity to lower the price for them.
We're actually the problem. Not the people that are coming to set up their business here in Nigeria. We, the Nigerians, are the problem. Because why? Why would we have things at our own disposal? We have things that we cannot
be able to benefit from what we are having at the center of our nose.
I think it was when this cement company, BUA,
that's BUA group of companies.
It was when it came out and it reduced the price of the cement.
It wasn't BUA that reduced, it was Ibeto that I think that Yaradua gave the license to import a cement.
I'm talking of this
recent cement was 2,500 naira.
I'm talking about this recent
BUA has been producing cement for a very long time. Because BUA announces that his cement is going to be sold at
5,000
naira, that was what made them, though it was not sold for that amount. When Ibeto was given the license to import cement, then cement was around 2,500 naira. Dangote cement was around 2,500 naira. Immediately, Ibeto started importing cement into Nigeria. The price of cement crashed down from 2,500 naira to 1,500.
So because there was a competitor.
Because there was a competitor. When Buhari came in, they revoked the license of Ibeto. What happened to the price of cement? It began to soar. And Dangote will be the first person to increase the price of his own cement before, followed by Lafarge, then followed by BUA.
I don't even know where else we want to get the solution to this country, because it's choking. It keeps choking day by day. Because, like I was saying earlier, we have all these things at our disposal, but it is so difficult for us to get access to it, which is not supposed to be.
The federal government was not telling everybody to go into production. The richest man in Africa that we are not benefiting from, while others country benefited from what is producing from Nigeria here. And when you see him out there, they hail him as
the richest man in Africa.
Why in his country,
your country people are checking it as well. This one says no minimum wage won't be ready in April. Labour. I know when I told you this thing this morning, you were like, is it the same Labour that said it? All right. No. The Trade Union Congress CUC of Nigeria on Thursday frowned at the non-completion of negotiation on a new minimum wage and urged the federal government to fast-track action on that. The TUC president, Comrade Festus Osifo, who made the call while briefing journalists after the National Executive Council (NEC) of the labor movement ruled out the possibility of having a new minimum wage in place before the end of May.
What do I say to this? I know Labour is just a toothless bulldog.
Sorry, you call them a bulldog, but they are toothless.
Yes.
I think they shouldn't be called bulldog then.
When you look at Ajaro in question, you might have known Ajaro is playing politics. Ajaro belongs to a party.
He's playing a big-time politics.
He's playing politics. And the decisions of Labour lies in the hand of the members, if truly they still want Ajaro to be their president. If they don't want Ajaro to be their president, but because if care is not taken, Ajaro will end up disorganizing Labour before.
Because I know Labour Party is not like this before.
They
are strong, they are united.
That was when Oshuamale was the president of
NLC
then. You know, Oshuamale is somebody that doesn't take shit. Now Oshuamale is now eating the national cake. It's not on the side of Labour again. So it depends on your choice if you are going to take it, and it depends on you So it's not for me to decide for Labour. You are the one to decide for yourself. You are the one to take the fate of Labour into your hand. That's all I need to say concerning Labour. So please, let's move on.
What I'm coming, I know we're going to move on. It is expected of us to move on, but there are some things that we need to do. Is it that now if the new minimum wage is not ready before the end of this month, that is, they will be taking another, they will still be on the same salary that they
are. The point.
Now, will they still continue, or will they still come out and still tell us they want to go on once
they can't come and say they want to go on strike? If they are coming out to say they are going on strike, they want to cajole the whole member of Labour. They've
come to a point whereby when Labour tells you want to go on strike, people just tell you.
People will just begin to wink onto them
because we know you are joking.
Ajaru has been collecting bribe from the national.
No wonder they were able to slap you, and there was nothing you could do about it.
In fact, that was not even enough. I believe by now you should be on a wheelchair.
All right, the last one on the list. Tinubu government borrows 3.8 trillion naira from CBN in 6 months.
It's a welcome idea. For the country, you know.
Sir.
There was when Adelabu was, I think Adelabu or Adedibu in Ibadan.
Yeah, Adedibu. When he was alive. That's Adedibu.
Except for him, if you come to his house or maybe you pay a visit to him, if you find him sweating, the only thing that makes him sweat was after when he might have eaten.
The food is trying to break down. With
ewedu. That's a draw soup. When you see him sweating, which means he has just finished eating. But when you see him sweating, it is not because of Nigeria.
He's sweating because of that food.
Sweating because of that food. So when you see me too sweating, I'm not sweating because of Nigeria. Because I do advise people that you shouldn't try as much as you should try. Put
Nigeria matter in your mind.
Put Nigeria matter on your head, because if you carry it on your head,
and you die,
your head will be broken. Before you get to know, you will die, because there might be a lot of things running in your head, and if you allow blood to go and flow where the blood not supposed to be, what happens when you die? When the country now start getting better, you won't be there to witness the betterment of Nigeria. Permit me to use that language.
This time next month, today is 26th of April. This time next month, they will be preparing inauguration ceremony. It completes a year. It makes it a year. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was sworn in.
What's the progress?
The progress is in 6 months. They were able to borrow 3.8.
Was that he put the whole Nigeria
in disarray
into a tough time, because according to the newspaper this morning, he said the tougher decision he made on Nigeria was for the betterment of Nigeria.
Oh, don't worry.
Let's wait and see what the pregnant night will give back to.
The President Bola Ahmed Tinubu government of the Nigeria received an additional 3.8 trillion naira in ways and means borrowing from the Central Bank of Nigeria in the last 6 months of 2023. That was even last year. According to Nairametrics, this is the provisional data published in the latest statistic bulletin for the 4th quarter of 2023, which the Central Bank recently released. The CBN's provision data show that the total figure rose from 4.4 trillion naira at the end of June 2023, meaning that the cumulative ways and means balances due by the government now stands at 8.2 trillion naira as of December 2023. The figure contradicts claims by the Minister of Finance Wale Edun that Tinubu's government has yet to borrow from CBN. Edu said when he spoke with journalists at the recently held spring meetings of the IMF and World Bank in Washington, D.C., United States. He's trying to cover up for the government that they did not borrow money from CBN at all. But when their statistics came out, 3.8 trillion. You see, at times, you would think you're actually deceiving Nigerians.
We are still in Nigeria. You know, when Abacha was alive, whenever he woke up,
there is always justification for everything we do.
We call Sergeant Roger. Sergeant Roger, are we still on government? He will say, yes, sir, we are still on government.
Let's do.
So we are still in the country.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
I think when I wake up every morning now, I will call you and ask, are we still in Nigeria?
Yeah, we still in Nigeria, because one day we might wake up and the country...
Nigeria might have been sold.
Nigeria might have been sold out. There's no secret doubt about it.
Honestly, Nigeria, I really hear you. Honestly, we need to thank the social media of a thing, because it is a kind of relief for most of Nigerians out there. Once you just see somebody thinking, just carry your phone, swipe on you, and you start laughing.
There are some things you need to watch so that you can make you to laugh. There are some that you don't need to watch.
And once I see them, I just scroll them up.
Once you start putting your eye on the amount of money that is being written.
I take my mind off it.
If your eyes is not taken off, before you get to know, if God still gave you the opportunity to open your eyes,
you might have high blood pressure.
You have high blood pressure.
Oh, you might. Alright, we've come to the end of news review for this week. Today being Friday, you know, TGIF, thank God it's Friday. I made my humble self Oduayo Adelere, and thank you for joining me in the studio today. Our sponsor still remains Nokpa and King Victor Nigeria Enterprises. Whichever you need, you can just send a DM or call the number 0701010854. Thank you for always staying through. Till we come again on your screen on Monday. Be happy and be good. Enjoy your weekend. Bye.